Thumb loop. First two fingers. Extra loop. Randy, heel. We're giving the dog 2 feet of latitude to go to the left. 2 feet ahead of us. See where she's at now. Should be nose to shoulders on my leg. That's pretty close to 2 feet. So if this happens, I would dump this slack and make a 180-degree right about turn. Gather my leash as the dog catches back up, continue on. You saw it twice. Once where the dog just moved off to my left. Another where the dog dropped its nose and started sniffing. Heel, nose to shoulders on my left leg. 2 feet of latitude. So if they depart that way, I'm going to make a right. If the dog were to come across me, snap my left hand down, trap the dog, make a left turn. Reorient myself and get back on path. Dog drops its nose. That is not heel. Walking 4 feet on the ground, Head is up somewhat. That's debatable on where the head position is right now, but definitely not on the ground. So we make some form of a corrective turn. I could have sped up. I chose to make a right turn. Again, at this point, we're dumping the slack, making a turn. It's a dog's obligation to get where they're supposed to be. In a corrective turn, one of two things will happen. The dog will catch up, no leash tension occurs, or the dog will find the end of the leash just like on the long line, and then the dog will catch up because physics, and as soon as the dog is moving back towards the direction the handler is, that collar loosens. That's the first reward. The absence of pressure, that's rewarding. Right now the collar's loose. When we come in for the sit mold, that's step one. My left hand finds the leash and slides down and stops the dog's forward momentum. Step two is my right hand takes the leash, and as it starts to draw up on the collar, my left hand goes down the dog's back to the hips, and I mold the dog into the sit position. As soon as the dog is in the correct position, I'm off that collar. Release that pressure. That's the first reward. The second reward then is I can praise the dog, verbally and physically. Good girl. It's up on the collar, the left hand is back by the hip bones. The left hand is not necessarily shoving down here on the spine. We don't want to do that. The left hand is making sure that the dog sits straight in the heel position. This dog, 6 months old, likes to roll on the hip. So I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen, or I will fix it. At this point, I'm not correcting it, I'm just going to fix it. Randi, heel. Randi, heel. Randi, heel. going to go approximately 10 to 15 paces in between sit molds for good healing. Okay. I'm going to go back and forth in front of the camera. You've seen the sit mold from the rear and from the front. Randy, heel. Left hand slides, right hand takes the collar and leash, up on the collar. Guide the butt into the correct position. Off the collar, meaning let it relax. Calmly praise the dog. Most dogs, while you're gathering yourself and looking where you're going and standing upright, if you keep scritchy, they'll stay seated. If they do pop up, at this point, we don't care. It's not a sit stay. It's just, dog, I'm putting my hands on you and molding you into this position. We're going to do this for 2 more days before we even start naming it. Look where I'm going. Leash grip is correct. Left leg leads. Dog's name, the command heel. Randy, heel. Left hand slides down, stops the dog's forward momentum. Right hand takes the collar. Left hand down the dog's back by the hips, guiding them in the correct position. Go. Randy, heel. If you're moving and you run out of space and just need to turn around, just turn around. It's just a turn. It's not a corrective action. Left hand, right hand, up on the collar. Guide the dog into the correct position. The correct sit position. Hips and feet and butt are square. Front feet are down. Head is above shoulders. Usually if they're rolling over on a hip, it's going to be this one. If you've let them do that as a puppy, or if someone has let them do that as a puppy, sometimes it's difficult to break. Just don't let it happen while you're doing the work. Randy, heel. He's going to turn around. It's not a corrective action. I'm running out of space and I need to turn right. I'm just going to turn. It's not a corrective action. One more time for the sit mold. We're moving. Left hand, right hand, up on the collar, down the back to the hip points. Mold the dog. Not hammer hands, not hork, not yeet. We're simply molding the dog. Okay. In the work, this is the first time we're putting hands on the dog. So there is a lot more than just sit molding going on here. When I come down, if my hand is on the leash up here, trying to do a sit mold, and I'm back here, a lot of times the dog's head will fling around. If they want to try to tag this hand, I cannot stop them. That's why we come down, and I'm right here. So that when I mold, if the sharp pointy bits try to come around to my hand, I don't have to move, and the action gets stopped. Yes, you're such a good girl. It's very important to work the steps as best you can. Read them, watch them, practice them. Randy, heel. Randy, heel. Randy, heel. Okay. Now, if you're going to comment, well, there's better ways to teach sit, go ahead, teach them the way you want. If you're going to tell me how awful it is because I'm pulling up on the collar and moving the dog into a position, do it the way you want. I'm going to title this and instruct people not to comment until they've watched the whole video.